Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom. Bear with us as we check the feed. Get started. Hey, Shalom. Shalom, GMS Charlotte. All right, got a special guest with us, the brother Jeremiah from GMS Miami. All right, bless us with his presence. All right, it's good to have the brother. You know, we're going to bring it out. All right, back at you with another live lesson. All right, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shah. Before we get started, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us his truth. Double salutations to all you Akim out there laboring in the house of David, the elect that's pushing his word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you, brothers.
Shalom.
All right, this is various topics. Pride will be the end of Babylon the Great, which is America according to the Bible.
That's right.
So, and as we see, it's over, man. All right. One of the elders made a beautiful statement. All right. He said, the pride of man keeps him blind for prophecy. All right. You devils, you Edomites, you crackers, the wicked, you going down, man.
That's right.
All right. And there's no stopping this thing. All right. The inevitable is going to happen. Matter of fact, let's open up with this. Through the spirit, Isaiah 46:10, and it reads, it says, declaring the end from the beginning. All right. And that's the message. That's prophecy. All right. Declaring the end from the beginning. And from ancient times, the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand and I will do all my pleasure. Right. So the will of the Lord will come to pass. Isaiah 55:11. All right. The Lord said that his word would not go out void and it would accomplish that which he pleased. All right. So, hey, we seeing pride and rebellion bubble up at the end of this thing, and we know it's going to be rewarded with great judgment and destruction. Right.
This is Proverbs chapter 16, verse 18. Pride goes before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. And this is what the Most High is pretty much preparing for Babylon the Great, man. All right. He's allowing this pride to pretty much get to the epitome of where everybody feels like, you know, everybody's untouchable. As the scriptures say, Babylon feels like there's going to be a widow that's going to, you know, pretty much be forever, man.
Never see no sorrow.
Yeah, never going to see no sorrow. But look what the Lord is doing to this place, man. Hey, from the Lord is hitting Babylon from various angles, man. You know, so that's showing you that the Lord is about to destroy this place, but he's allowing this pride to reach up to, you know, unreasonable levels so that he can bring the destruction, man. These people can't even see the writing on the wall for this place, man.
Right.
You know,
it's finished.
That's right. So you want to bring out the thing too?
Oh, I mean, if you want to bring that, we can save it. You know.
Yeah, we'll say that.
Yep.
After we get to that point. So pretty much what we're gonna start with is, you know, these damn you got church train first?
Yep, I got
you. These Edomites, you know, are boasting that they're never gonna, you know, they're never gonna come out of power. They're never gonna lose. All right. Also, be saying that there's not gonna be even a World War III, man.
That's right.
You know, which is pretty much saying that they're gonna sit and they're in their authority over the whole world forever, man.
That's right.
Yeah, appreciate
it.
This is the Hoyam, also Psalms chapter 49 and verse 11. So, you got it?
Yep.
This is Psalm 49:11 says, their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, going into their kingdom, their rulership and authority.
That's right.
And their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. All right, this is getting to Esau, even the so-called white man. He feels as if he's going to rule forever.
Yeah,
you know.
This man was able to pretty much conquer the whole planet. All right, he'll go and take over these lands and call them by their name. This is why you have America named after Amerigo Vespucci, you know. And you got, you know, the other lands such as Africa, which is named after another Edomite, Leo Scipio Africanus. But ultimately, his conquest throughout his reign of being in authority, he's been able to take over the whole world. So he thinks that this power that he's been given to by the Most High, he's going to be able to hold on this forever, man. But newsflash, the scriptures detail the fall of this devil, man.
Yeah,
and that's what we're witnessing as of right now, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the Lord is setting the stage up because this is his movie that how to pretty much, you know, bring this man down, man.
Yeah. Go ahead.
This is Obadiah chapter 1, verse 3. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rock, whose habitation is high. That saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? And And that's exactly the mindset of Esau Edom, the so-called white man. His hegemony that he's established throughout the earth, his reign of tyranny, he thinks that he's going to maintain dominion forever and ever. As the brother had just read in Psalms 49 and 11, the psyche, the mindset of these ruling class Edomites, man.
Right.
This is what they truly believe.
Yeah, this is why you're seeing them having those meetings over in was it Davos?
Yep.
You know, the highest point of Europe over there. You know, getting ready to present this wicked sacrifice. All right, for this new world order, which is going to be done in vain, because ultimately, just like Cain, when he presented his sacrifice to the Most High, he's going to be rejected.
Mhm.
All right, so you're doing all this in vain, man.
Mhm.
All right, because you're going to fall, because the scriptures detail of you going out of power, man.
It's working perfectly. Verse 4, it's the spirit. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle,
Yeah, you're calling yourself God, ultimately, man. Go ahead.
and though thou set thy nest among the stars,
Yeah, you got a space force,
Satellites.
you know. Go
That's-
ahead.
thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord Yahweh.
And that's what we're witnessing. All right, the stage being set for your downfall, man.
Mm-hmm.
So you're trying to paint to the public like everything is gravy, when in all actuality, you're really afraid. All right, you're afraid because the prophets are out here telling you that you're going down, and the scriptures are so bad. We're telling you how you're going to go down, and you're following suit exactly how the scripture said you was going to do, man.
The scriptures is so bad that it validates exactly what you says. It tells us that in Revelations 11:11, that great fear fell upon them. You know,
I got that. We'll get this and then we'll play the video.
Right.
This is Revelation chapter 11, verse 11. And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from the Most High entered into them.
right? We as a nation, you know, for that 350-year period, you know, we were dead. We were in that dead state. We didn't have an understanding of who we are, right? And then, you know, Elder Abba Bivens, right,
Mm-hmm.
who was John the Baptist in the reincarnation, if you can receive it,
Mm-hmm.
came down the scene and returned the hearts of the Father unto the children,
That's right.
and gave us, you know, through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai, the understanding of who we are,
Yeah.
this knowledge that we have today.
Elijah coming back.
And it says, and after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from the Most High entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them.
Right, so the breath, you know, the understanding, the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding entered back into the nation of Israel.
That's right.
You know, the hopeful elect, and great fear, not fear, but great fear fell upon these devils, because they understand what? They understand these scriptures are true. They understand that.
Yep.
James 2:19 it validates that.
That's right.
You know, so with that understanding, as the brother has said, priest Amawan has said, these devils are in panic mode. They're
Yeah.
timid. If you ever know the characteristics of someone that's timid and scared, they move frantically. They do things in haste, but it doesn't really make any sense what they're doing.
Yeah, that's why Vocab Malone's been going hard. He's been trying to tie us into terrorism, being Muslims,
Right.
you know, extremists.
Still
you know.
calling us Black Hebrew
Black
Israelites.
Hebrew
which
Israelites.
We got various brothers in the camps across the globe that are not quote unquote black.
Yep. You got Christians hitting the streets now. Now they bringing the ministry out there on the highways and hedges now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Preachers doing, game plans on how to counteract the Hebrew Israelites.
Right.
All tacky shit, man.
Right.
Which shows you that they're afraid, man. You know?
Mhm.
And these devils, are operating off of this Project Warp Speed because they know that they have but a short time, man.
Mhm.
All right, so finishing out.
Yep.
Verse 12. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud.
And that's how the elect are going to be redeemed out of Babylon the Great.
Mhm.
This is how they're going to be delivered. They're going to be called up into the heavens, pursuing the 1 Thessalonians, the 4th chapter, that they you should meet the Lord in the air.
Yep.
He's coming with the glory, man. He's coming with the clouds of heaven.
That's right.
All right, with the world ignorantly calls UFOs, UAPs, which are being seen all over the earth right now, man.
That's right.
And it's been more it's been getting more intensified because the Lord is demonstrating His power in the heavens. He's making it clear that look, he's with His men. All right, He's about to perform these great deeds, these prophecies that are written.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
God, if I could add to you, Elder, you said that he's making his power known. He's challenging these devils who exalt themselves as the Most High.
Man.
showing that there's a power that's greater than what he claims to have.
Right.
And the proof of that, it was a video I seen. It was a dude on Joe Rogan pretty much going into the chariots. And he said it was over this one military base where they had the nukes in it. And the chariots made the nukes go off and then disable them in the same breath, man. So pretty much the dude said he was like, that was the UFO pretty much saying that this is your best weapon and it can do nothing against you.
Yeah.
You know? Which is the Most High boasting himself against Esau, man.
Yeah, because it shows you the Lord is in full control.
That's right.
When the missiles come out the silos and they go up into the heavens and the warheads come down, the nuclear guided technology that's on those missiles, those warheads, the Lord is going to be operating that.
That's it.
Joel, the 2nd chapter. All right. That's the missiles are regarded as his army, his great camp.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Verse 13, in the same hour was there a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell.
The 10th part of the city is America. All right. It's going to fall by the nuclear destruction. Go ahead.
Isn't America split up into 10 FEMA zones?
Right. Spiritual.
You know? And in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000,
Yep.
and the remnant were affrighted and gave glory to the God of heaven.
Right. So in that earthquake, that destruction, it was slaughtered 7,000 men, which that number 7 means completion.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a complete destruction on the earth at that time. And it said the remnant were affrighted. Why? Because they barely made it out of there, man. Remember the couple of verses above, it says the Lord came on the scene and said, what? Come up hither. Right? So the remnant were affrighted and gave glory unto the power. All right, because they made it from that. Hey, that's a miraculous event that's going to take place. And John the Revelator saw that.
Yeah.
Right? He saw the elect going up, being taken up in the midst of the destruction, man. You know, which brothers have gave testimonies and dreams about that very act.
Yeah.
Brothers had dreams of what? Going up into the chariots as the missiles was coming down,
It's
man.
going to be a simultaneous destruction / salvation.
Come on, man.
We got that for you real quick.
You got it. Yep.
1 Peter chapter 4, verse 18. And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear?
The righteous is scarcely going to be saved, right? The righteous is going to make it off the skin of their teeth, man. Barely make it out of there, man. You see that? They said how much more the unrighteous, the ones that they ain't called by the Lord, that ain't going to be guaranteed salvation.
Added to the lake of fire.
Right.
Whose name is written to be in that lake of fire. Man.
Come on, man.
You know?
No, and there's no room for pride right now, man.
Nah, man.
This place is falling. You don't see that? The Lord has cursed this fucking place, man.
You got Israelites falling into that pride, man. Taking the bait of Satan. You know, going into that pride.
Right, man.
Verse 14, back in Revelation 11 and 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly.
Yeah, see? World War III. All right? Hey, it's all in your face. It's all in the media. It's mainstream, alternative. All right? The signs are there. The economy is dead, man.
That's it.
We talking about that before we started, man. People losing money, can't put deposits in the Bank of America, right? The debt ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
They say what, 31 trillion? It's no hill in Babylon, man.
Yeah, we're gonna go into that because this is all these topics all need to be brought out to show forth of the state that America is in, man.
Right.
All right. So we're gonna yes or no?
I was going to add to you, it's the fulfillment of prophecy. You know, just as the elder had read in Isaiah, this is the Lord's counsel. The counsel of the Lord is standing before our very eyes.
Yeah.
The collapse, the deterioration of Babylon that we're witnessing happening right now, it's only going to progressively get worse all the way up to the destruction.
Sure.
But these are the things that were written aforetime to happen.
And that's why the Spirit hopped on Apostle so hard to coin 2023 as the hopeful year that all the prophecies come to pass, man.
Sure.
Which World War III is one of the major prophecies that need to come to pass so we can get the hell up out of here.
Sure.
That's right.
And these devils are trying to put that off.
The Karak,
That's it.
look at where we are with that. What was once seen as something that was, you know, how could I say, a conspiracy, is now full-fledged in your face.
Known fact now.
Yeah.
If I could get this quick,
Brother had a quick precept.
Salaki.
Just a quick precept, Job 21, because the counsel of the Heavenly Father is going to stand,
That's it.
but the counsel of the wicked is not going to stand. It's Job 21, verse 16. Lo, their good is not in their hand, the counsel of the wicked is far from me.
Mm.
How oft is the candle of the wicked put out, and how oft cometh their destruction upon them. The Most High distributes its sorrows and his anger. So yes, Esau, Edom, he wants to, push forth that NWO, the charagma, but the elect, they're not going to take the charagma. Okay, the counsel of the wicked is far from the Heavenly Father, man.
That's right.
Okay, it's already written in the scriptures that Esau is the end of the world.
That's it.
God. I just wanted to get this article just to go along with what we were discussing with the Quran. So you have, as brother's been talking about, the Davos meeting with the World Economic Forum. This came out today, this afternoon, 1:30 Eastern, that Tony Blair calls for digital infrastructure to monitor who is jabbed and who is not.
Wow.
For the things that will come down the line at the Klaus Schwab World Economic Forum. And what's the infrastructure that they're discussing? That implantable device, that digital all, that's going to put you into full submission to this beast system. It's Mark, and they're going to present it in this way by what? A controlled collapse. You're going to own nothing because of the collapse. As we see, people are losing money. People are losing their jobs. The normalcy of what they once knew is slipping away every single day,
Yep.
But in turn, they will be happy because of the digital all that Esau is going to extend out to them of here. We have the solution right here for you. Take this device. It's okay. It's going to solve all your problems.
And that's the spirit that they're talking about that, because when you're going into what's going on with the economy right now, the economy is pretty much preparing for that economic collapse, man. This is why you're seeing, you said the thing with the debt ceiling. You want to talk about that real quick?
Yeah.
Because that was actually today where they hit the ceiling, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes, sir.
So before you get there, I wanted to read this because for brothers that's been paying attention, all right, it was a video that happened at Bank of America. We had a lot of their customers pretty much, complaining because they went to go take their money out, and Bank of America told them that they ain't have no money to give them. So they kept trying to tell them to call customer service, and customer service hanging up on them because ultimately we know that these banks don't have enough money to pay back all the people's money that's in it, man. And this is when the elders had wrote this on the comments. It says Janet Yellen made the announcement that the Fed is going to start confiscating bank accounts and pensions today, and that they would pay the money back to the citizens after tax season. You and I both know people are never going to see their money again. All this was to try and curb the debt, get the ceiling billions to Ukraine and the whole Ukrainian interior mafia style. Things are happening, so we got to watch over these next couple days and weeks to see what's going on. That was on Israeli News Live report today, by the way.
That's heavy. Ron Paul, he called it economic martial law. When the time when the economy will crash out, all right, all assets, 401k, stocks, bonds, all that was going to get wiped out.
Right.
So basically, we kind of seeing, I guess we're seeing that right now.
Seeing the prelude.
And they know this because with this video that we have on the screen with the FDIC, they're pretty much making mockery over the people because they said they pretty much don't, they're against letting the people know what's going on because they don't know how they're going to react, man.
Right.
Exactly.
Talking and laughing about how foolish the public is. Listen to this.
It should be accessible when people need to know, but I don't think you have much hope of reaching a public that doesn't have a professional need to know.
I completely agree with that. I almost think you'd scare the public if you put this out. Like, why are they telling me this? Should I be concerned about my bank? Like, my insurance company doesn't tell me what they're doing with my assets, right? I think you've got to think of the unintended consequences of taking a public that has more full faith and confidence in the banking system than maybe people in this room do. More full faith and confidence in the banking system than maybe people in this room do. That we want them to have full faith and confidence in the banking system. They know the FDIC insurance is there. They know it works. They put their money in, they get their money out. So there's a select crowd of people that are in the institutional side. And if they want to understand this, they're going to find a way to understand this. There's a bunch of law firms represented in this room. There's a bunch of people that charge them by the hour a lot of money to explain this all to them. And it's fine. I don't have a problem with that. And they all have huge staffs. But I would be careful about the unintended consequences of starting to blast too much of this out in the general public.
That's the FDIC talking
It's
about
pretty
how
much- They're making mockery off of the ignorance of the people because this information is out for the common public to go look up. You know, all these different economists on YouTube and whatnot that's explaining what's going on. But they pretty much said, you know, they don't want to publicly come out and tell the public what's going on because they're afraid of the reaction. And ultimately, a lot of the people that hear this don't have the mental capacity to accept it.
Right.
So they're pretty much letting you know without letting you know that this shit is true.
Yeah, right. It's
You
over.
know?
Just to add on to that, the article that the brother, or not the article, but the citing from the Israeli news that the other had made mention of, the Treasury Department says it is taking action to prevent a default that could do irreparable harm to the economy. And this is a report from the Washington Post today. As the U.S. begins extraordinary steps to avoid the debt ceiling. One of those extraordinary steps, as the brother had just read, yanking your damn money out your bank account.
Yeah.
Okay? This is the things that this devil is preparing, but he ain't telling you this.
Right.
Hey, I got a quick precept. Hey, somebody get Ezekiel 7 and was it 18? How they should cast the silver and gold in the streets,
Mm-hmm.
right? Hey, we in the middle of a collapse, whether you realize it or not.
Right.
You know, it's not really being amplified to the public like that. But hey, this could be the crash that's coming up, man. Lord's will. You know. Yeah, go ahead.
This is, if I could add, Zaquan, if this ain't the crash, this damn sure gonna build this trust.
Yeah.
Which is the backing of the system.
Right.
The trust, the insurance, the
Account you had Usain Bolt just come out and say he got what?
12 million.
He got 12,000 left in his account.
Yeah.
Where all that money go, man?
Right.
You know? Go ahead.
This is Ezekiel chapter 7 and verse 19. They shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed. Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord, the wrath of the Lord. They shall not satisfy their souls, neither fill their bowels, because it is a stumbling block of their iniquity.
Yeah, the silver and gold is symbolic to the money. The money is worthless. This is why they're going to cast their silver and gold, the paper dollars, in the street, just like over there in Venezuela.
Yep.
Venezuela. You know, they actually have cash in the streets. Like they have videos on Instagram or pictures on Instagram where people was literally throwing the cash in the street because there's no value. It's going to be the same thing here.
Yeah, burning it for fucking for fire.
Come on, man. The dollar is worthless, man. They're ready to bring in this CBDC, man. We are here, as brothers been going into.
Which is, like I said, it's no coincidence that all this talks of this is coming out now, right after last month, where they pretty much went ahead and okayed for the CBDC to pretty much be nationwide. So you can see that they're getting ready for this transition, you know. So if this is true about them, you know, sending this money to the Ukraine or to fund the Ukraine war, the people can't do nothing about it. They just gotta eat that shit, man.
Right.
You know, which is showing you that this whole, you know, the Federal Reserve and all that is nothing but damn highway robbery, man. I got you finna fit? Real quick. Isaiah 10:1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and that right grievousness which they have prescribed, because Esau can always, you know, just drum up some legislation to okay them, you know, get them okay to do this shit, man. You know, so no matter what the public tries to do to cry out against the injustices such as this, you know, Esau always, he has the legislation in place to cover his ass, man. You know?
Yep. Exactly.
A lot of demand for transparency right now in this sort of period of peacetime, but that is going to flip, and it's going to flip probably even faster than we saw in 2008, where the need for communications really quickly in the social media world, to avoid disinformation, to have some holding patterns for things like, I remember in the early days of Baylin, people saying they're coming for my deposits, right? So just holding communications that you can pull out that are helpful to deal with disinformation, some very simple things. And how quickly you'll be able to deal with different constituencies. For example, as liabilities are further up and closer to harm's way, when are you going to be able to give them some comfort, if any? How do you deal with foreign operations? How do you communicate to some of those different groups? I think ex-ante preparation for the speed of scaling up and the ability to get information out to avoid rumors taking over the narrative strikes me as probably the place that feels like it's got the most benefit.
So once things come to fruition and
Pretty
the
much,
reality
man,
starts hitting and people.
They're trying to, like I said, play on the ignorance of the people, because this information has been out, but you hear more and more talks of, you know, misinformation, you know, and all that, because they don't want people finding out about this. So you're hearing these different economists talking about taking your money out the bank, investing it in tangible assets such as gold and silver and whatnot, because they know that if everybody takes their money out the bank is going to go under, man, and that's something they don't want.
Exactly.
So pretty much, this is just one of many ways to show you how America is falling and Most High is destroying this place.
Yeah, the economic side of things. I got one precept, and I'm gonna pass it to you. This is Zephaniah 1:10, and it reads, it says, "And it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai, that there should be a noise of a cry from the fish gate." The fish gate would represent, you know, like your place of business or whatnot. All right. It says, "And a howling from the second and great crashing from the hills." All right. The point, verse 11, "How you inhabitants of Mektesh," all right, which would represent now as like Wall Street, you know what I'm saying? The stock market. Yeah, the investors, the stock market or whatnot. It says, "How you inhabitants of Mektesh, for all the merchant people are cut down." That's the investors, the stockholders, right? Financial advisors, whatever. It says, "All the merchant people are cut down. All they that bear silver are cut off." Because it's all going to be useless.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah. Even like the shit, like the crypto and all that, they're making all this shit null and void now, man.
Yep.
You know, because it's all to prepare for the transition to the CBDC, man.
So,
You know, that digital currency that they can track.
Because even with the brother may mention the crypto, you know, the people was rallying behind that as a way to counteract the existing control.
right.
You know, the centralized currency. But Esau had used that as a controlled collapse to then bring forth what? The centralized banking committee
Right.
that he just unveiled, which gives way for what? A committee that will have access and unwavering control to this new age of digital currency.
Right.
Because you see what they did with the crypto was nothing but a trial run.
Right.
It's to kind of see how this whole, CBDC system will work. So now that they see that the people were with it, that's why they pretty much was starting to move away from that. They're centralizing, the crypto, and they're killing off all these damn crypto billionaires, man. You know, because they want to where they have control over everything, man.
Yep.
You know, I had a quick one real quick.
Yeah.
This is Isaiah 30:13. "Therefore, this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall." Whoever want to break down, it says, "Swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking coming forth, it's like it coming suddenly at an instant."
Mm-hmm. That's this economy. All right. It's about to reach that point of bursting.
Yeah,
The
right.
bubble is going to burst.
That's right.
Right. The inflation and pouring money into this economy is only going to allow that bubble to get bigger and bigger until the times of the collapse.
And
You
what's
know?
going to be the saving grace for America? They got to go to war now.
That's it.
Because that's ultimately what that's going to lead up to.
Right.
To make World War III happen, because America's economy is going to go under, which is going to make them go to war so they can make more money, man.
That's it.
Because they said what the wars are what bankers' wars, right?
Yep.
You know.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened with America when they got pulled through the Great Depression. World War II was a fucking economic catalyst
Mm-hmm.
that got America up out of that fucking debt.
Yeah, that's the fail-safe, man. You know, so that lets you know that World War III is imminent.
That's it.
Bible Track, you pull that up, Zelensky.
Yep.
Look at it.
Quick
Oh,
precept.
go ahead.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
It's Isaiah 19, verse 15. "Neither shall there be any work for Egypt,
Mhm.
which the head or tail, branch, or rush may do.
It's gonna be no work in Egypt, man. We see that happening now.
Mhm.
Tens of thousands of jobs being lost every day.
And then on top of that, they're replacing these jobs with AI. Hey, they got AI that can tow cars now. They got AI that can pretty much pick fruit,
Be a lawyer.
Cook food.
be a lawyer. Yeah, they got. I seen that they got a lawyer, AI, artificial lawyer. You got a McDonald's that's totally automated. No workers in it. It's just everything's machine.
Right? You have AI to bring you food at a restaurant.
And you get food dropped to you from a drone.
And who do you think that's gonna hit first? It's gonna impact you tribes first, because you know that the tribes are the working force, the working class of Babylon. So you're gonna be the ones that get hit first, man.
Exactly. You know, Jane got shit saved up.
Yeah, Jake is one check. Jake is one check away from fucking up. You miss one check, Jake is through.
Which is why you need to get into the mind state of prophecy. Real quick, get Sirach 39:1. Because the prophecies let you know that these things are going to take place. This is why we're not taken by surprise when we're seeing these news articles, because this lines up with the Bible, man.
This is the book of. You got it, bro?
You got it, brother.
All right, go ahead.
This Ecclesiasticus, or the book of Sirach, chapter 39, verse 1. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient, and be occupied in prophecy.
Right. So if you're constantly in this book, then you would know that all the ancient men of old prophesied about the downfall of Babylon the Great, man,
Yeah.
which is America. All throughout the scriptures. It's all told the same story, just in different ways, man.
Right. How come the Christian church pastors not talking about prophecy? Why are they not talking about this in the churches? All right, you damn apologists that want to harass us, come against the truth. Why are you not talking about the prophecies, man?
Because ultimately they're not in the spirit of the Lord, because we understand what prophecy is, man. You know,
Yeah, I was shy.
you got it.
This is Revelation chapter 19 and verse 10. It says, and I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahweh Shah. Worship the Most High, for the testimony of Yahweh Shah is the spirit of prophecy.
The spirit of prophecy is the spirit of Yahweh Shah, which shows you that these Christians, they're not in the true spirit of the Lord.
Sure.
Because the true men of the Lord will be seeking for the downfall of this place, which is why when we see videos such as the one we're about to play, we laugh this off, because we know that Bible prophecy is the ultimate dictator of what's coming in the future, man.
Real quick, before we play the video, Jeremiah 28:8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. So this is what the true prophets of the Lord will be prophesying.
That's right.
Of war, evil, and pestilence. All right, which is on the earth, which we see it is playing out.
Which means that yes, we will be fear mongering, because the scripture say through how to go
Through the fear of the Lord, we persuade men.
Yeah.
The terror of the Lord.
through the terror of the Lord, we persuade men, because we know woe unto us if we preach not the gospel, man.
That's right.
So the prophets of old prophesied about the downfall of America, or not downfall of America, downfall of different kingdoms. So here in America, we will be doing the same thing. We are those men coming back in the reincarnation, man.
Yep. Jeremiah 28:9, the prophet which prophesied peace, when the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall that prophet be known that the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah, have truly sent him. So you're going to know when these prophecies come to pass, you're going to know that the true prophet has been among you at the end of the day. All right?
If the freedom to dream were a spear, I proudly present a human being who tonight represents that spear's most honed tip.
Ladies and gentlemen, dear participants of the 80s Golden Globe Award ceremony. The First World War claimed millions of lives. The Second World War claimed tens of millions of them. There will be no Third World War. It is not a trilogy. Ukraine will stop the Russian aggression on our land. We will make it together with a whole free world. And I hope that all of you will be with us on the victorious day, the day of our victory. Slava Ukraini!
That's pride right there, man.
Right.
Because who are you to boast yourself against the Most High's will, man.
Right.
The scriptures detail America, Babylon the Great being destroyed in a third world war, man. We just read that earlier in Revelation 11, over that 13.
Mhm.
You know, the third woe coming quickly, man. The World War III is in the Bible for you unbelievers, man.
God, I got something real quick. Isaiah 14 and 26. This is the purpose that is proposed upon the whole earth. And this is the hand that is stretched out upon all nations. For the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai of hosts have proposed. And who shall disannul it? And his hand is stretched out. Who shall turn it back? All right. So the will of Yahweh Shema Shai will be fulfilled, man.
That's right.
You devils ain't gonna offset shit, man.
That's right.
Right? The Lord's words are going to come to pass.
Yeah.
Right?
Scripture say his words are gonna come back to him void.
That's it.
Right. I got something real quick. This you're speaking on pride, so this is Ecclesiasticus chapter 10, verse 14. The Lord hath cast down the thrones of the proud princes and set up the meek in their stead.
Yeah, it's the elect.
That's right.
Nation of Israel. All right, starting with the elect. Those are going to be, matter of fact, can I add something to that?
Come on.
All right, and I have you read it again. All right, just to add to what the brother brought out. This is Luke. Is it 1 and 52? Bear with me. Right? This is Luke chapter 1, verse 52. I start at verse 51. It says, Salakia, start at verse 49. Luke 1 and 49. For he that is mighty hath done to me great things, and holy is his name. And his mercy is on them that fear him from generation to generation. All right. And we're that generation coming back now.
That's right.
All right. It says, verse 51, Luke 1 and 51. He hath showed strength with his arm. He hath scattered the proud in the imagination of their hearts. He hath put down the mighty from their seats and exalted them of low degree. See that? So Israel is next. All right. You devils, you Edomites is going down. Moab ain't coming up. Right? Ham ain't coming up. Ishmael is through.
That's right.
All right. The heathen imagine a vain thing, because right now, what is there's a fight going on the earth for world power, for global dominance.
God.
But all you heathen nations are under a strong delusion. Israel is next to rule, man.
Right.
That's right.
Because Esau, he's the end of the heathen ruling. You know, this nigga, after him, it's all Israel from the rest to the rest of, existence, man.
God.
Because this is our world anyways, man.
That's it. Well, it was praying for our sakes.
That's it, man.
Finish out, man.
When you go into that word, Esau's the end of the world, it goes into the age.
Yep.
Yes.
A period of time. So the Heavenly Father set up the wicked to rule. So do you think he's gonna allow the wicked to continue to rule?
Right.
I gotta add on. Hold on. This brother going in. He going in. Everything was for a period of time.
Yeah.
Let me get that. Let me add on to that. 2 Thessalonians, my favorite scripture. All right. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. All right. Verse 7. And it reads, for the mystery of iniquity doeth already work. Who's the mystery of iniquity? Esau, the Edomite.
So-called white man.
The white race. All right.
Yep.
The mystery of iniquity doeth already work. What is he doing? Pedophilia, zoophilia, sex trafficking, Satanism, covert operations, witchcraft, sorcery, you name it.
Anything wicked, he doing it.
Right.
Right. You name it. Right? It says, for the mystery of iniquity doeth already work, only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. So like the brother said, a period of time. Right. The Lord is purposely allowing Esau to commit these acts of wickedness to fulfill prophecy of the left hand.
That's right.
Until his time is to be taken out of the way. And the second Ezra, the 4th chapter. Till that set measure be fulfilled. We're at that point. Yep. Okay? Yahweh Shah is getting ready to come back to take down Mount Seir, man.
Right.
All right? The Edomite infrastructure that dominates the earth, man.
And that's the reason why they don't want to admit that World War III is coming, because they know that's the end of their kingdom.
Yes.
Because who was it that made the statement talking about that after World War III, that World War IV and V will be fought with sticks and stones?
I forgot who made that statement.
I forget the name of the dude that said it, but pretty much they understand that this is the world war to end all wars, man. All right. They said that World War III will send society back to the Stone Age, man. So Esau doesn't want to admit that this is coming up, but he has no choice but to go ahead and do this because it's the Most High that's willing him to do this, man.
Hey, Isaiah saw the prophecy. Isaiah
on,
9 and 5. For every battle of the warriors with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
Right. Yeah, because like I said, this is going to be the world war that's going to send everything back to the Stone Age because these nuclear missiles are going to destroy everything, man. Putin said that, man.
So,
You know? So they understand that this shit is going to be, the end of him. This is why, hey, Zelensky talking about that. He's boasting that Ukraine is going to win this war, but the threat, as it says on RT, it says that Ukraine's defeat may lead to World War III. And with the news is saying that Ukraine is losing the war.
Yep.
It's
going to spill over to the Valley of Yahushua out there in the Middle East, so-called.
That's right.
So
he's putting all these damn, smoke and mirrors to the public, because they're getting all this money getting funneled, to them to pretty much fund the war, but they're getting their ass kicked over there, man. Which is the Most High pretty much fueling the fire.
I just had. Sorry. No, I just wanted to get this quote that the brother had. He had made mention of. This is by Albert Einstein.
That's what it was.
Quoted in the 1940s. It says, "I do not know with what weapons World War III will be fought, but World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones."
Right. So now we're in a time to where all countries just about have nuclear capabilities now, man.
That's right.
So what you think they're gonna do with those missiles? They ain't putting them out for show. Kim Jong-un ain't flexing for no reason. Putin ain't doing this for no reason.
Yep.
All these different countries are showing forth their military powers because they're ready to knock America off her pedestal, man.
The scripture said that the weak say, "I am strong."
Yep.
What was the ultimate strength and saving grace of America back then?
The atomic bomb.
The atomic bomb.
Yeah, was it big boy and little man? I forgot the name of the damn missile.
Fat boy or something.
Yeah. When they dropped it on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, the world was at odds in America because nobody had seen that type of technology before, man. But we're at the time now to where we got nuclear missiles being developed so fast, hypersonic missiles to where this shit can reach America in less than 30 minutes. Go ahead.
This is Yakazak Allah, also Ezekiel chapter 21 and verse 9, because you went into the fact that these were going to be used, and when you go into the atomic bomb, they did the damage that they did, but the nuclear bomb, it goes to indivisible, so it's more powerful. This is Ezekiel chapter 21 and verse 9. It says, "Son of man, prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord, a sword is sharpened and also furbished. It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth? It contamineth the rod of my son as every tree."
Yeah, I want to add that. It said, "Should we then make America?" Y'all remember about 2 years ago, whenever America had bombed the Iranian general, I forgot his name. Salami, whatever his name was, man.
Soleimani.
Yeah, that dude.
Soleimani.
Yeah, Salami. But they bombed that dude, and that was all talks of World War III. Everybody was all scared on Black Twitter, and then once that a month or two went by, everything went back to joking. Because people don't think that World War III is a serious threat to their future. But Esau already has on the paperwork. You women gonna get drafted on the front lines. All right. All you you thugaboo, you thuggies, y'all gonna be getting drafted on the front lines, man.
Yep.
All sit in the Middle East and go fight Esau's war, and then guess what? Yep. You're gonna find yourself fighting against the Most High and the angels. It's like Yahushua and the angels, man. That's right. Yeah, on that.
No, that was it. But basically, the point was that they're going to be used.
Yeah.
Right. He still was holding something. You still.
Yeah. Hey, that's why the Euphrates River dried up.
Yeah. More land to fight on.
It's Ecclesiasticus chapter 10, verse 14 again. "The Lord hath cast down the thrones of proud princes and set up the meek in their stead. The Lord hath plucked up the roots of the proud nations and planted the lowly in their place.
Yep.
The Lord overthrew countries of the heathen and destroyed them to the foundations of the earth." So, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua had it where he allowed the Egyptians to rule, the Assyrians, the Babylonians, the Medes, the Persians, the Greeks, the Romans. Because the Heavenly Father's fair.
Yep.
You know?
Ooh.
Now Esau is ruling. Well, according to prophecy, the Lord is going to bring down Esau, according to the scriptures.
Gotta back you up.
Mm-hmm.
This is Acts. This is exactly what you just said. This is Acts 17 and 26. Acts 17 and 26. It says, "And have made of one blood all nations of men for to dwell on the Salakia." Acts 17 and 26, "And have made of one blood all nations of men for to dwell on all the face of the earth, and have determined the times before appointed and the bounds of their habitation." All right. So every nation had its time, position to rule the earth. Right? As all the nations the brother listed, man. And now we're at the final rule of the heathen nations going into who? The Edomites.
That's right.
All right. This beast system. NATO, the European Union, and America, man. This Edomite hegemony, man.
Yep.
You know?
I got a quick one for you.
You got it.
This is just adding on to the point that, like you said, all the heathen had their chance to rule, man. This is Daniel's chapter 4, verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
This matter is by the decree of the watchers. And the watchers is talking about us, the prophets, man. It says, "And the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men."
The Most High ruleth in the kingdom of man. He's the one that removeth and setteth up kings.
That's it.
Go ahead.
"And giveth it to whomsoever he will."
And give it to whomsoever he will. See? Power is given from the highest.
Yep.
Go ahead.
"And set up over it the basis of men."
Yeah, the basis of men, which are you Edomites, man. You vile, low-level people, man. He set up the basis, the nastiest niggas, the nastiest out of the heathen as rulers, man.
And it made you proud at that.
Exactly. The children of fools,
He
the
made-
scripture said.
He made you proud just so he can show forth his power when he destroys you, man.
Mhm.
Right. Hey, if I may add, he had hardened Pharaoh's heart, and he threw down Pharaoh.
That's right.
Just to show his power. This is Job 14, verse 5. "Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass." All right. So,
That's right.
Sleazy E, you're not going to rule forever. According
That's
to
it.
prophecy, the Heavenly Father set the bounds where you cannot pass those bounds. Esau.
That's it.
Yeah.
Esau is like, you ever play like Grand Theft Auto and you try to get across the map, but the map ain't open?
Right.
Exactly.
That's right.
Yeah, right.
It's Esau in his mind, he thinks, shit, I can make it. No, you cannot.
Right.
That part ain't open to you.
Right.
And that's why they popping shit. Like these niggas is like they still like the big bad bully of the world. Like everybody's still afraid of them. Nobody's afraid of America no more, man. This is why everybody is showing forth their capabilities, because they showing you we have the power to destroy you. Our missiles can go through your missile defense system, man. You have no way of stopping it, especially with Russia, man.
Sure.
The scriptures say that the Lord has mingled a perverse spirit amongst them, and look at what this perversion that America exalts is viewed on a global scale.
Mm-hmm.
You got these heathen nations looking at America like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, they mad.
Like, like you got these little moles running around,
Yep.
holding high positions of authority, all on Biden's cabinet and shit.
Mm-hmm.
You had those two motherfucking the little trannies
Yeah,
who went overseas to go
represent America.
yeah, like
And it was a joke.
it was a joke. That's how America is.
Just like they see America's military, you got nothing but women and transformers on your front line. What's there to be afraid of in America anymore, man?
All right.
You want to talk about why the Western societies will not fall? I'll give you a couple examples. The F-15, the F-16, the F-22, the F-35, M1 Abrams tank, the Blue Water Navy, the KC-135, the KC-10, the ICBM structure.
It's like all the
and
money we spend on defense.
And the global positioning system. You want to come for us, you more than welcome to. The United States dollar is backed by the military, and as much as you guys want to sit there and complain, I'll say this right now. There's one country on this planet that has stealth capability. There's one country on this planet that I think has functioning ICBMs. I don't think Russia has a single functioning ICBM. And there is one country on this planet that actually has a functioning blue water navy. There's only a few countries on this planet that have air refueling capability. And the only reason why they have them is because we sold it to them. If you guys want to come for us, you can. The United States can take on every country in the entire world militarily at the same time, would be fine. Now, if you want to say cyber terrorism or there's a moral decay from the inside, cool, make that argument. The United States is not going to fall, not in our lifetime, not in the next 20 lifetime.
he just contradicted himself because those two examples he just listed, mainly the moral decay part, is what is contributing to America being destroyed, man. You know, as we just went into the economic side of that, but the morality of these places was calling it the fall too, because when you go into history, all kingdoms, when they fell, it had a history of transformism, you know, and homosexuality at an all-time high. So America is following that same path, as your phone just said with Rome, you know, and past other kingdoms that went about that. But as far as dealing with the nuclear capability part, he's stupid because only an idiot will make a statement like that, knowing that these different countries have better technology, but they came out and proved it.
Yeah, it's in the scriptures. Let me get that. Joel 3:9. It says, this is Joel 3:9, show you that this Edomite is bugged the hell out, you know? And a lot of these Edomites across America have this type of mindset, man,
right?
Which they're in the spirit of delusion. All right. Joel 3:9, it says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, all right, the heathen nations. Prepare war, World War III. Wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. It says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. So they have the capability. All right. Russia, China, all right, which is basically like a powerhouse. All right. They have better nuclear capability than America, man. Their missiles are faster.
Right.
All right. They're more powerful. You see what I'm saying? You can't stop once they're shot, there's no stopping them.
Right. So
this Edomite, he's just proud. He's bugged the fuck out, man. All right. This place is going to fall via prophecy.
That's right.
Right? The inevitable, guaranteed destruction.
And to add to what you're saying, this is off of Newsweek.com. It says with Putin's support, Kim Jong-un could shift power to the balance of power in East Asia. So, hey, China and Russia are pretty much teaming up to help bring down America, man. So for you to sit there and say that every country, America can take on every country at the same time and win, that's boastful as hell, man. You tripping, dog.
Right, hard.
Go ahead. This is Jeremiah, Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 30. It says, the mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. They have remained in their hosts. Their might hath failed. And going into their might, we're talking about like their equipment and everything. A lot of their equipment isn't even, it's not workable. It doesn't work, so they can't really fight wars. It says,
bring it out what you said earlier.
With the, it's 2/3 of the, their arsenal, like their vehicles, they can't use because they're not operable, and then they don't have the crew members and the service members to actually use these vehicles, because they don't have any training. And then they got problems with retention and recruiting.
Yep.
It says they have become as women, like y'all was getting into, like the trans thing, and then just the overall decadence of morality.
Yeah,
the power is weak.
Because you look at they have to lower the standard to get into the military because the people wasn't meeting it. You see the videos of the Russian, their army troops training. They're doing all these military exercises, and you show America, they doing these gay ass TikTok videos and shit, man.
Right.
That shows you the mentality. America's military is mentally weak, man. Yeah, what?
Kind of finish it out. It says they have burned her dwelling places. Her bars are broken. That was essentially the point, that America is has a lot of decadence in their morality. That's going to add to them getting beat. In World War III.
Yeah, they're going to be taken, man.
Yep.
I got something real quick. Psalms 33. Psalms 33 and 16. It says, there is no king saved by the multitude of a host, which is an army. A mighty man is not delivered by much strength. A horse is a vain thing for safety. Neither shall he deliver any by his great strength, man. So it don't matter how strong you are, man. If it's sanctioned for you to go down and you to fall, you're gonna fall. That's the will of Yahweh Shema Shai. No matter how much power you think you got or how much military might and capability you think you have, because the will of Yahweh Shema Shai trumps all. Right? It says, behold, the eye of the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai is upon them that fear him, and upon them that hope in his mercy, to deliver their soul from death and to keep them alive in the famine, man. So it's all about Yahweh Shema Shai, his covering, man. That's right.
Right?
I
got two for you.
Go ahead.
This is first Isaiah 31:1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many,
Mm-hmm.
and in horsemen because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord.
Right, and that's what this guy was saying in the video. Like he said, America could take on all the countries of the world at the same time and defeat them. Right? That's pride, man. You know, woe unto you niggas that trust into this Edomite military, man.
Yeah,
It's gonna be destroyed. It's gonna fall. Right?
because as we read earlier in Sirach 10, all right, the Most High is the one that's going to pull you out of power, man. You know, he's the one that pretty much puts up a kingdom and takes a kingdom down, man.
That's right.
You know, so for you to be boasting about your military powers, that's showing you that you truly don't understand how the Lord operates, man. You know, it shows you devils, you don't believe in the Most High, man.
That's right.
You know,
When you, if I may add, when you read about Nebuchadnezzar, how he was proud, the Most High based him.
Yep.
right?
You know, that's gonna be you, Esau.
Yeah, turn that thing into a beast.
Yeah. His heart has been hardened, right?
Yeah, man.
Real quick, Psalms 10:5. His ways are always grievous, thy judgments are far above out of his sight. For all his enemies, he puffeth at them. All right. And that's essentially that was the spirit of this devil in this video. Puffing, you know, sticking his chest out. America is unstoppable. You know, who's going to be able to go to war with this beast? You know, who can take us down? Right? Verse 6. He have said in his heart, his mind, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. So that's the mindset of these devils.
Yep.
That pride has deceived them. They're never going to be in adversity. They're never going to see trouble. A war's war. Right?
I got something quick. It's Sirach 36, verse 7. Raise up indignation and pour out wrath. Take away the adversary and destroy the enemy. Take the time short, remember the covenant, and let them declare thy wonderful works. Let him that escapeth be consumed by the rage of the fire, and let them perish that oppress the people. Smite and sunder the heads of the rulers of the heathen that say, there is none other but we.
Damn. That's him. That's Esau. That's the elites, man. That's the people who control the world.
Right.
They put themselves in the seat of the Most High. You know, who shall bring me down to the ground? Obadiah. Right? That's the mind of the so-called white man, man. But we're here to tell you that pride is going to lead you to your destruction, man.
That's right.
Right?
This is Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 5. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, cursed be the man that trusteth in man, and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart departed from the Lord Yahweh. Jeremiah 17 and 5 in the NLT reads, this is what the Lord Yahweh says. Cursed are those who put their trust in mere humans, who rely on human strength and turn their hearts away from the Lord Yahweh.
Yeah, they trusting in their own power, man. Your own military.
This actually
That's not
saved
going
me.
to help you against the wrath of the Most High, man, because it's sanctioned that the Lord wants this place off the earth. So when he destroys this place, he's going to do an overkill on Babylon the Great, man.
Right.
You know, all these missiles that the Lord's about to send over here, man. And all it takes is one nuclear missile to destroy. But the Lord, he's going to send 200 million or warheads.
Yeah, 200 million.
You know, warheads. That's going to touch down. That's going to be a straight overkill for America. That's to pay back all the wickedness that this land has brought forth throughout all the earth, man.
God, I just want to make a point. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
There you go.
I want to make a quick point, just to further show you the pride of Esau. Again, just going to the end of this video, right?
System can disable incoming warheads traveling at speeds of up to 15,600 miles per hour or Mach 20. Who would have thought of shooting down nukes with nukes? The bottom line is this. Shooting down something like an ICBM, while possible, is extremely complicated. And we haven't even mentioned maneuverable re-entry vehicles or hypersonic glide vehicles that can outmaneuver defense systems. The current goal of missile defense systems is to minimize the threat of rogue nations like North Korea from launching ICBMs toward American soil, as they are viewed as not being deterred. That is, they are not afraid of total annihilation and might strike anyway. A recent 2022 study argued that no system thus far developed has been shown to be effective against realistic ICBM threats,
Exactly.
even from North Korea. But the Pentagon respectfully disagrees. They feel confident in their abilities and claim that external studies are based on outdated and inaccurate data due to classification restrictions. The Pentagon aims to develop a next-generation interceptor dubbed Never Fail weapon system.
See, that's the point. That's the pride of Esau. They actually got a system called Never Fail weapon system. And it's going to fail because the Spirit of the Lord is going, he's the one that's operating in the midst of this thing.
You would think Esau would learn after the Titanic. But God will never be able to sink this ship. And then that shit went down.
Come on, man.
So America's no different, man.
God.
I got something to go right along with it. Joel chapter 2 and verse 8. Neither shall, verse 7. They shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war. And they shall march every one on his ways, and they shall not break their ranks. So speaking of the nuclear missiles, right? It said what? They shall climb the wall like men of war. The nuclear defense system.
Yep.
It's going to climb over that.
That's right.
You know, and it's not going to break its ranks. You're not going to have the ability to shoot a nuke at a nuke. You shoot it out the air. That's like shooting a bullet at a bullet.
Right.
Esau in his pride, he tries to make it seem like these things is capable to be done, but it's never been done.
Esau act like he about to do like that movie
Wanted.
He curved the bullet. No,
He's
man.
not that guy.
You forget to you understand the Most High Spirit is going to be on these missiles.
That's right.
They're going to hit their mark because that's the Lord that wants that to happen.
He's got him.
Come on, man.
Man, let me read verse 8 in the NLT. They never jostle against each other. Each moves in exactly the right position. Man,
That's what they showed in the video. They said that the technology that's on them, they're going to be able to maneuver around missiles when they try to shoot them out the sky. That's the prophecy right there.
Yep.
That's heavy.
They break through defenses.
See?
Without missing a step.
They break through defenses without missing a step, man. You Edomites out of your goddamn mind.
Through, man.
Right. This place is over, man. Your pride, you finished. You know? Never fail system. Get the hell out of here, man. Right? But but Yahweh Shem Shai is going to honor all those words, man. Right?
God, I got something for you.
You got it?
Revelation 18:7. How much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her, for she hath said in her heart, I sit as a queen, I am no widow, and shall see no sorrow.
Right. See? That's the mindset of America. The Babylonian mindset that they will never see any sorrow. I will never be in adversity. I should never be moved. Right?
Therefore shall her plagues come in one day.
That's right.
Death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua who judges.
Yeah, so that's the end. That's the end of America. The Babylon the Great. She shall be utterly burned with fire.
God.
Nuclear destruction. How much more plain can we make it? Right? Plagues.
Yep.
Nuclear war. Famine. Right? Where's that at? Okay? The mainstream media admits that we are facing the worst food crisis in modern history. It's here. We here, y'all.
Hey, the headline is funny, man. It says the mainstream media. What about the media that's been pushing this for months, years? I'm telling you, like, look.
We're saying this before we even got close to running out of the reserves for this year that just passed. They've been doing all this shit, burning the damn the crops, making the farmers euthanize their animals. You know, burning down the production plants.
Yep.
They've been preparing for this because this famine that we're about to come into is man-made, but ultimately it's being orchestrated by Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
The squeeze.
Right.
The squeeze, man. What you say earlier?
Ain't no squeeze no more, baby. That's a full message.
Choke you out foaming at the mouth type shit, huh? God damn.
You thought Eric Garner couldn't breathe, boy. You take them for it, man.
Right.
People, period, them for it, man.
They got the Popeyes biscuit.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
And meanwhile, while all these things are going on, be it prophecy, you got these devils that are going to have one of the highest satanic meetings out here in April. I forgot what state it was in, but it's a lot of wicked sacrifices we talked about going on, a lot of witchcraft, sorcery that's going on.
We just came out of a highly satanic, thing. this whole winter solstice that just ended, well, I believe it's about to end, you know, when all these sacrifices were taking place, all these children that gone missing.
Right.
And they've been exposing that. You have, you know, businesses such as Wayfair and Walmart being exposed for being connected with child trafficking. You know, you go on their sites, they got toys being sold for like $999,000.
Shit, you just had with the U.S. Virgin Island, the Attorney General. He found a connection with J.P. Morgan Chase in fucking Epstein Island.
Exactly.
Come on, man.
It's all coming out, man. Hey, the skirt is being lifted.
That's
Let
right.
me get this real quick because going into this article, you know, a lot of the so-called millennials, younger generation, are tapping into Satanism and witchcraft, man. You know, all these are efforts to try to save America.
Right.
Right? It's Isaiah 19. Isaiah 19:3, it says, in the spirit of Egypt, Isaiah 19:3, and the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof. All right. People are losing hope here in America, man.
Right.
You know, they're turning unto demons and idols, witchcraft.
Yeah.
Right? Because Christianity is dead. Right?
Yeah.
And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols and to the charmers and to them that have familiar spirits and to wizards, right? So this is why people are fucking losing their minds. This is why you're seeing the amplification of death. You know, people, suicide rates are skyrocketing, anxiety, depression. People are losing because people are consumed in spirits, man. They got these spirits on them.
That's right.
Tapping into different mediums and portals and shit.
Yeah, doing these different, you know, hallucinogens,
Yep.
these different drugs and whatnot to try to give them enlightenment to see what they can do to try to make their life better here, man.
Right. You know, this is going on. Just read a little bit. All right. It says, in fact, there's a global order of Satan in the United Kingdom, as well as other leaders and members of satanic groups around the world insist it would be difficult to spot a Satanist walking down the street. It says, yet while the macabre occult rituals, virgin sacrifices, chalices of blood, and belief in the actual devil are a thing of the past, Satanism is luring increasing numbers of young people disillusioned with, quote, outdated and dogmatic traditional religions to join its fold by offering a, quote unquote, alternative to stuffy traditional faiths. It says, the Sunday Telegraph has spoken to the leaders and members of satanic groups around the world who claim that the opportunities of Satanism offers people to engage in activism and campaign on issues such as gender and sexuality. It's always about gender and sexuality with these weirdos, man.
Which going to show you that they've been doing this forever. They just now come out and
Come
say
on,
that.
man.
All those different things they're pushing with the gender and sexuality, those are all satanic practices anyway.
Exactly.
They're just now coming out and exposing what they're doing.
Exactly.
And these are practices of old.
Yeah.
Nothing new under the sun.
Right.
When you go into the outer worship for these different gods that made you do these nasty, degenerate acts.
Yeah, it's perverse acts. Right? That's what the whole alphabetical community is about.
Yeah.
It's a cloak for Satanism.
That's it, man.
The more you defile yourself, the more those spirits enter into you.
Come on, man. That's why people are bugged the hell out. Society's going mad.
Right.
It says campaign on issues such as gender and sexuality is part of the appeal for younger members, particularly those who are increasingly less likely to declare themselves as Christian. You see, It's over, man. Right? Real quick, just to add on to that,
I got one more.
give me Isaiah 47,
I'm right here.
11 through 14. Because,
That's
hey, before you read that, just to add on, right? I thought this was interesting too. Rise in middle-aged white deaths. Rise in middle-aged white deaths as deaths of despair may be fueled by loss of religion. New research paper argues. You see that? Because Christianity is dead, man.
Yeah, they hopeless, man.
They hopeless, man. Suicides, Edomites killing themselves.
Because they see this that whole Christianity shit, it was bullshit, man.
Yep.
You know?
I got bro. One
Go ahead.
Okay,
What's
bro.
up? That's it.
There's a second Ezra chapter 15, verse 4 is the point. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness, man. These people don't have no faith, man.
Could you read verse 5 as well, Buffalo?
Yes, sir. This is verse 5. It says, behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, sword, famine, death, and destruction.
And that's what got these niggas losing their damn minds.
Yep.
They seeing this shit happen in this day hegemony.
Right.
You got to think about the psyche of an Edomite right now. This is your nation, and you just see it getting eaten piece by piece.
Consumed.
You ain't got the liberties of your grandmama now. You know what I'm saying? 60 years ago, your grandmama, your grandparents, they could go ahead in their 20s, buy a home, buy a car, have a nice high income that you ain't had to do much work for. But now look at these fucking Edomites. They stressed out doing sport betting to make it a day by day.
Bro, they are working to literally they drop dead because back then you could retire early and live a good life.
And it's their hegemony. It's their system.
They through.
They through, bro.
Niggas like, oh my God.
Come on, man.
They're seeking for answers and can't find any. And then when they try to turn to the Bible, the Christianity that they were given, the Hebrew Israelites are pretty much exposing them that they were lied to.
Yeah. Exactly. So they
Jesus
turn it
ain't
into this.
coming. Yeah.
They turn it into this type of shit. The fact that this stuff is being pubbed in the news, this shit is over with.
That's right.
It's over, Jake.
That's right.
All right. This place is too through. Give me that Isaiah 47.
Isaiah 47:11. Therefore shall evil come upon thee. Thou shalt not know from whence it rises, and mischief shall fall upon thee. Thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know.
Mm-hmm.
Stand now with thy enchantments, and with thy with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth.
Yeah, stand now with thy enchantments, man.
Right.
All right. All the shit you coming with that left hand. The sorcery, witchcraft, your Satanism, all right, your debauchery, degeneracy, man. All right, it's not gonna save this place. Go ahead.
If so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail.
Exactly. The Lord is making mockery of you, damn Edomites, man. He's saying, look, tap into those mediums, all right, that left hand, and see if it's gonna save you from the wrath and judgment he gonna bring.
See, if Esau was smart, he would look at what happened to the Egyptians with Pharaoh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what was it, Janus and Jambres? They were doing all those, the witchcraft to try to show Moses that, look, we got power too. And the Most High pretty much shut that down, man.
Exactly.
And so he's doing the same thing to you damn Edomites now, man.
Mm-hmm.
Your witchcraft ain't shit compared to the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man.
That's right.
It says, thou art weary in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee.
Yeah, let your witches, warlocks, sorcerers, all right, your monthly prognosticators, your charmers, let them all come up and save you. All right, basically your priesthood on the left-hand side.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Let them save you from the wrath and judgment of Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
And you know the beauty of that is even with them tapping into all that, they're all getting the same answers. That it's all in vain.
Yep.
It's all you're gonna fail, whatever you do. You know, your supercomputer showed you that you're gonna fail. These damn demons are telling you you're gonna fail. So whatever that you turn to, where that's what I say, Esau's in the last effort just to pretty much throw everything, out because he sees that he's gonna lose. So like a corner dog, he's just about to lash out.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Nothing's working, no solution.
There's no hill of Babylon, man.
But 2 Thessalonians 2, verse 8, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth,
Man.
and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
Man.
And it's a capital W right here. That's the nation of people.
Yep.
That wicked, talking about you Edomites, you've been revealed, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And the spirit of the Lord's mouth are his prophets.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Okay. And then ultimately Yahweh is going to destroy Esau, Edom. Verse 9, even him who's coming is after the working of Satan.
Yep.
All power and signs and lying wonders. So you have, 3 classifications of men.
That's
Children,
right.
children of the Most High, the sons of God.
Yep.
The children of the wicked.
It's him.
And the children of men, the heathens.
And he can't run with identity,
Right.
man.
His true colors is being shown, man.
Yeah.
This is why they're openly talking about Satanism as we read in here. Not to cut you off, but hey, what does it say? Satanism is a young person's religion. This is the type of bullshit that's being poured onto the people, man. Right?
But this was going to be brought up as part of that NWO, though.
Yep.
Because that one world religion is going to be a religion under Satanism. So they're pretty much conditioning the people to go ahead and accept it. Because the shit that we've given you from the beginning was just Satanism that was disguised. That's why we tell you to celebrate your birthday, which is one of the most highest satanic days that you can do.
Mhm.
Celebrate these holidays, do these different, customs such as, anal sex and all that. These are all satanic practices. So now, instead of hiding, we're just going to tell you what it is up front.
Right.
And the people ain't going to bite back from that. They're just going, okay.
They've grown accustomed.
Yeah, check this out real quick. I'm just gonna briefly read it. It says rituals used as form of community bonding. It says, however, this does not preclude Satanists from, quote, having fun and getting together and doing rituals in the forest.
The Bohemian Grove.
Exactly.
Yep.
Showing that they really do that shit. It says by candlelight, encircled and enrolled, right? They got the fucking pentagram.
Yeah.
With the candle lights, they all surrounded around doing the rituals and the chants.
What was that movie? With the eyes wide shut?
Come.
They showed you that, at the mansion.
Mm-hmm.
With that actual mansion they show in the movie was actually one of the Rothschild's mansions, man.
Crazy. It says Champlain Leopold. Champlain Leopold said that the ritual is used as a form of community bonding and meditation to give people time to develop, quote, your own personal vision of yourself as Satan. Wow. You see? All right. Hey, this is Babylon, bro.
Yeah. A form of Satanism is self-worship anyway.
Come on, man. And they're openly pushing this shit. One more.
For these stupid ass people that try to denounce alternative media, what you gotta say to this, man?
Come on, man.
This is MSN.
This is a major.
It says you wouldn't recognize a Satanist most of the time if you passed them in the street, he said. But then we like to have the ritual space, in which is when we don the robes and light the candles and hail Satan and everything else we wish to do. Look at this shit, man. Come on, man. It's over.
Yeah, because they're making the practices of Aleister Crowley and Anton LaVey known now. Everything that you're doing is stemming from Satanism, man.
Right. That's it,
man.
Which
is one of the reasons, which is the main reason why Lord's going to destroy this place.
This is all pride right here.
Yes.
This is all pride. I got one more scripture. We done, man. Jeremiah 49. All right, let's bros. Got anything else? Jeremiah 49. All right, that shows you that what the Lord has deprived wisdom from Esau. All right, Jeremiah 49:7. It says, concerning Edom, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah host, is wisdom no more in Teman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? All right, there ain't no fucking wisdom in this place.
Hell nah.
All right, wisdom has rotted away in Babylon the Great.
Yeah, the scripture saying the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom.
Exactly.
Right?
And they're pushing this shit as what? A form of wisdom, right? A religion, that you can subscribe to. Bullshit. All right. It says Jeremiah 49:8. Flee ye, turn back, dwell deep, O ye inhabitants of Dedan, for I will bring the calamity of Esau upon him, the time that I will visit him. All right. So we're in a time where Yahweh Shema Shai is about to visit you proud ass fucking devils, man. All right. This place, it has to be rewarded, man, with judgment. Right. And that's pretty much it, man. You brothers got anything else? We pray that this lesson was edifying to all you hopeful elect brothers out there, sincere believers in Yahweh Shema Shai. All right, we're going to close it out by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us his truth, and double salutations to all you Akim out there laboring in the house of David, the elect, that's pushing his word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you, brothers.
Shalom.
It's a wrap, man. Pride is the end of this damn place.
That's right.
Shalom.
Shalom. Abba Ball.
Abba Ball.